Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a great week. I've been on my productive mode, been pulling things off, branding deals, a couple photo shoots. I booked another photo shoot too, which is pretty cool. I think it's right now. This is the perfect time to book photo shoots because it's warmer outside. Summer's around the corner. Everyone is enjoying their time now, so it's like a different vibe out there. So a lot of people are actually taking this opportunity to get themselves some photos done, doing some photo ops, which I don't blame them. This is the perfect time. Let's do it. So if you guys are interested in doing some photo shoots, not the a shameless plug here, just go to my page, Poetic Street Visual. That is my official Instagram. And just hit me up and let me know what's up, man. Y'all want some photo shoots done? Let me know because I got you. But yeah, other than that, man, the week has been pretty good. I got a merch deal that I'm working on right now. So I'm not allowed to talk about it at the moment, but it will be ready soon. And I also got my own merch coming out soon as well. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Just I'm doing what I can. I'm getting through, and I'm enjoying it every step of the way, man. Uh, what's going on with the media though? Like, you know how much shit has been happening this week? Every chance I get online or just like even open up my Instagram, there's another story of something crazy happening. We got the Mexican Navy boat that crashed in New York. I believe that was last week or so. I just caught that shit. That shit looked crazy. I seen the video. Okay, the video looked insane. The Mexicans just coming up, just flying off the perch of the boat and just like crashing down. Like that's pretty that's pretty crazy. How did they even get there? Like I said, I never got a chance to take a look at this. I seen it recently and I was like, holy shit! I thought it was AI at first, and then I realized, oh no, this actually happened. This is a real. And then the thing is, there's a kid who filmed it. All right, check this out. This kid actually filmed this shit.
I don't think he wants to go that way.
Some people captured the mishap from their apartment windows.
Oh! 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 Oh!
He sounded excited. He sounded so excited to film. This is the look, this is the world. All right. This is the world that we're living in now, okay? Where people grab their phones, all right? And when something tragic is happening, all right? Anything. It could be anything. When something tragic is happening, all right, this thing comes on. All right, this thing comes on and the next thing you know, it's on social media. There is nothing that doesn't happen in this world that does not get put up on social media anymore. Deaths, sexual relations, anything you can think of will end up online. Okay? If you want to know how the world is doing, get on Instagram. Get on Instagram and you will see exactly how the world is doing. Okay? Honestly. And I'm not, and you know what? It's insane. It's like it happens every day. You will open up your Instagram or whatever, Facebook, anything that you fucking open up, and you're gonna end up seeing a bunch of shit that you wasn't even trying to see. You know what I mean? You just like it will leave you. It will leave you in awe. An indigenous tribe sues New York Times for defaming the character, morality, and a social standing of an entire people. So, a tribe in the Amazon is suing New York Times in a Los Angeles court, claiming that a story that the outlet published in 2024 defamed the indigenous group. TMC and Yahoo were almost named as the defendants in the lawsuit. Okay, listen. All right. Okay. That's a lot to like consume in one shot, okay? So the first thing that I would like to know is when the hell, okay, did a Amazonian tribe get an opportunity to see the New York Times? Do they have like a streaming service that gets like, sent out there to the I mean, I'm just asking questions because I honestly want to know. How does an indigenous tribe even know that the New York Times is writing about them? I mean, I guess maybe if they pulled up, you know what I'm saying? If they pulled up and they were there, New York, the journalist actually went to them and then wrote something about them and then shared it with them. I can see that. I can see that. So you know what? I can see that. All right. Maybe in that way, that's a possible thing. TMZ and Yahoo were almost named as the defendants in the lawsuit. That's crazy too because they are coming for everybody. They filed this. Let me see. They filed this in Marubo. The Marubo. All right. This was filed by This is called the Marubo tribe. All right. These are the guys that are suing the New York Times. It's the Marubo tribe of Javari Valley in Brazil. That tribe is seeking $180 million. Okay? Not pesos, dollars, American dollars, in damages for each individual outlet. You know what? I hope they get $180 million. And the more I think about it, I would love to see what an indigenous tribe would do with $180 million. You know what I mean? Like, that would be kind of cool. Like, I would love to see a chief, the chief of the tribe, just like rolling around in a Cybertruck or something, Maybe. I don't know, You don't know what these tribe members are into, It would be interesting to see what a tribe of indigenous people would do with 180 mil. I would just give it to them. I mean, we know the New York Times got it. You guys got a lot of fucking money because you write a lot of fucking stories. Give them 180 mil, man. Give them 180 mil. Give them 190. Matter of fact, give them 200 mil. Why are we going cut? Why are we cutting halfway through? Maybe they'll buy a TV, a big ass TV, and then just like, start like doing streams and shit. Buy a couple computers, maybe some fucking laptops, and just start streaming shit. Can you imagine? Seeing an indigenous tribe running a fucking podcast? That shit would be insane. Given the fact that they can speak our language. Because it would be kind of tough to have to read the captions. I don't really like reading captions when I watch movies. So when I ever see a movie that's in a different language I don't understand and they have the little caption, I turn off. I turn off because I don't really want to watch the shit like that. I don't want to read a movie. All right, I want to see it. I don't want to read the movie. So I hope that wouldn't be the issue with this indigenous tribe, It would be good. It would be cool. Give them the 280. Fuck giving them 180. Give them 280 mil. Call it a day. Let it be. Former President Joe Biden had a dinner at a Connecticut restaurant. So fucking what? So now we're just going to start just writing dumb shit, Former president. Who gives a fuck where the hell Joe Biden was? No one cared when he was a president. Now we're going to fucking watch him as the former president just strolling around? No one gives a fuck. And he was in Connecticut at that. Who gives a fuck? Connecticut is a fucking blue state. Of course he's going to be here. He's always fucking sitting around doing nothing anyway. You couldn't even understand this guy. You couldn't even understand this guy if he was standing in front of you trying to talk to you. What's he going to do in the restaurant? It says he had a dinner in Connecticut on Thursday night. The Woodland restaurant in Lakeview posted a photo on Facebook and said that the former president is dining and that he was so gracious and thoughtful in the conversations with staff and guests. How do you know? You didn't understand what he said, okay? A bunch of mumbling is what you heard out of his mouth. Okay, that's all you fucking heard. Don't start fabricating bullshit on Facebook. All right. First off, who the fuck gets on Facebook anymore anyway? All right. You know who's on Facebook? I'll tell you who's on Facebook. Homeless people and old ass widows. That is what you're gonna get on Facebook. Go on and check. Go on and check. You think I'm playing? Go on and check. Every fucking profile you're going to see is a old ass widow and a homeless man with an Obama phone. All right. Sitting up at a corner, got the damn phone propped up, okay? And he eating a sandwich that someone gave him. That's what you're going to see on Facebook. So I don't believe this bullshit. All right. Posted a photo on Facebook and said the former president. You know that photo, that was probably a photo that the person who did that probably was on the other side of the glass. It was a homeless person. All right. And they took a picture of Biden while he was inside of the restaurant eating. And then proceeded to write this nonsense. That's what it was. Okay. It was a homeless person. It was a homeless person. It was a homeless person who saw Biden and said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I need to take a picture of this guy, and I'm going to make up this story and put it on Facebook because I want to try to get likes. That is where we're at now. Homeless people begging for likes. They don't just beg for money anymore. They don't just beg for food. They beg for likes now. I mean, it's hard enough to get a like online anyway. So that's a pretty adventurous challenge that a homeless man is going on. Trying to get a like on Facebook is probably more difficult than just getting a couple of dollars in the street. You know what I mean? So I just don't believe this shit. And the fact that they're reporting on Joe Biden eating at a restaurant, no one cares. That's probably also just as bad as a homeless man taking a picture of him and posting it online. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't fucking matter. None of that matters. All right? None of that fucking matters. But that's what they're going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do. Kanye West, right? First off, Kanye West is a genius. I'm going to just put that out there right now. Kanye West is a genius. He has created this persona, right? This evil villain, stylish, but evil villain, okay? With this kind of like essence of like just strong powered individual, right? Follow me on this, man. So he posted, he's been posting recently, right? And he dropped basically an apology, I guess is what people are saying. I don't think he apologized. I don't think he apologized. See, people automatically quickly want to make their own assumption up, right? So he posted on Twitter a few things about how he loves all people, how he doesn't want to fight with anybody anymore, how he's done beefing, this, that, and the third, right? Automatically, the news media just starts dropping a bunch of shit about Kanye West apologized. Kanye West apologized. Kanye West apologized. Kanye West never apologized. When did Kanye West apologize? Kanye West never said, I'm sorry. I don't mean the things I said. He just said he doesn't want to beef with nobody. And rightfully so. Why would you want to beef? You're wasting time and you're wasting money. But he never said that he was sorry. Why would he say that? What has he got to be sorry about? You know what I mean? What did he do that puts him in a place where he has to be sorry? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand if like he hurt a child, okay? Ran over an old man or something. All right? Backslapped accidentally the lady at the cashier box. Like, I understand if he would have done that, but the problem is he didn't do any of that. He has no reason to be sorry. Oh, because he wrote that song, Hell Hitler? By the way, great song. Great song. Hell Hitler has to be probably the summer jam of this year. You guys think I'm playing. You wait. That's going to be the summer hit of 2025, okay? Hell Hitler is going to be the summer hit, and everybody is going to be like, thinking to themselves like, oh shit, that is insane, okay? I'm in the middle of a podcast here, all right? And I got people just calling me, and it's insane. Can I just finish talking about Kanye West is all I'm going to say. I just want to finish. Because I feel like Kanye West is an underrated artist. I feel like people are missing the point with all of his songs. When he writes a song now, it's not like back then. Back then, the old Yeezy, he was on a different wave, okay? This is different here. Kanye West is creating movements. He's creating a wave. And I don't think people fully understand where he's coming from. So, Kanye West apologizes? Hardly. But I guess whatever, If you guys want to say that, he did. He apologized. He'll be back with some shit that you guys are not going to like. I already know it. He's been in this same boat before where he's like a Christian and he's going through all these different waves of like, positivity. And then before you know it, boom, he does something else that you don't like. Boom. Nigga, hell Hitler. You know what I'm saying? That shit. And that's, if you think about it, nigga, hell Hitler. That is, think about that. Nigga, hell Hitler. That is right there. Those 3 words. Insane. Fucking sane. The airplanes today are just getting out of hand. You got fucking Boeings landing upside down. American Airlines can't keep their fucking food clean and unexpired. It's just, I don't know what it is. The airlines industry is just like they are going down a bad route. But recently I saw on the news that they're coming up with these like these stand-up seats or whatever. Stand-up seats. All right. It's like, why? Why would we want to get on a plane? Why would we want to pay for a ticket to get on a stand-up seat for a couple hours? It doesn't make no sense. And then they say this. Well, this is the cheap budget economy way of doing it. No, it's not. No, the fuck is not. All right? Because I might not be the richest person in the world, but if I have to spend another $30, $40, even $100 more on a ticket so I don't have to stand up, guess what? I'm going to do it. I don't know who the hell is going to use those stand-up seats. All right? Because I already have a hard time with the sit-down seats. One time I'm on an airplane, all right, and it's, I'm in them little crampy ones. And I wasn't in the big jumbo, all right. I was in a smaller jet, and it still had the 3 seats, but it wasn't separated between 3 sections. It was just 2 sections, right? So it was kind of cramped in there. And I'm sitting on the walkway, on the walkthrough, which is, I like that. I'm either going to be on the walk side or I'm going to be right on the window. That's the only 2 ways that I like to travel. I don't like the middle seat. I'm not going to take the middle seat. I don't give a damn how cheap I can get that middle seat. But so anyways, I'm sitting on the chair on the aisle side, right? When this lady comes up with her child, I already knew off the rip this is going to be a damn horrific flight. When there's a baby involved in a flight and you have to be next to it, I promise you it's always going to be horrific. It is never a good flight by any means. So this lady comes in, sits down, whatever, gets herself situated. Luckily, the baby was small enough so that she can keep the baby on her. And then there was still a little space in the middle. No one took that chair, which that's good. That gave me a little bit of free space to roam, you know what I mean? But this lady decides to get up and go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, this bitch is getting up and going to the bathroom, and this baby's just at eye level with me as she crosses over. She puts the baby in my fucking face. Every time she keeps coming through, it's just driving me insane. So I just, after a while, I was like, I leaned over and I told her, I was like, do you want to switch with me so that way you can? She says, no, it's fine. It's okay. That's very nice of you. That's okay. I should have just been like, bitch, get the fuck on the other side. I'm going to go take that window because your ass gets up way too fucking much. All right. You got the bladder of a 2-year-old. All right. But I didn't, obviously, So I didn't. But it was a fucking hectic ass flight. All right. Airplane flights and shit, they're horrible. No one wants to do anything with an airplane flight. Okay? It's the whole process. The airport, the lines, the TSA, the workers on the plane themselves, even the damn pilot. I hate it when the pilot gets on the intercom, right in the beginning, and he starts thinking that this is a whole comedy club. I don't want to hear you joke about the plane, doing little moves and, we might hit some turbulence, but it's okay, whatever. And then he says some funny shit after that. Like, I don't want to hear that. All right, just get me to where I need to go, land the damn plane, and shut the fuck up. That's all I want. That's all I paid for. I did not pay for a comedy show. And I definitely didn't pay to babysit a fucking baby. But it seems like it always ends up being like that. That's why I don't like to fly. That's why I don't like to fly. That's why I hate to fly. That's why I'd rather just stay home. Stay home, and I don't have to worry about flying. I don't have to worry about shit. All right? That's how I feel. But now we got stand-up fucking chairs and shit. I'm not going to do it. I'd love to see if this shit unfolds. Apparently, this shit is going to unfold in 2026, they said. So, y'all better get ready, Y'all better get y'all money right. Because that's what they saying. They putting these stand-up chairs up because they're basically saying, listen, you halfway in here. We don't even let you sit down. You are so broke that you stand up on the plane. All right, you're not sitting down comfortably. All right. If you ain't got the money to fly sitting down, well, I guess you're going to have to sit up. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. Pay attention, people. Stay woke.